was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that was really good. This coffee is a banger. Okay, that was a good introduction right there. Yes, honey. Yes. All right. Good morning. Somewhere. More like good night. Today, we will be talking about New Year's resolutions. With a little piano music on the side. Yeah. That's good. See, it's all about getting it right. We're trying to figure it out. So we got it kind of right, but we're still trying to get it all right. This is very frustrating. And this is how life can be sometimes. Very frustrating. Trying to figure out how to get it right. Trying to find that key, that note, that thing, that niche, whatever. Trying to keep it simple, but yet dramatic. Okay, we're getting there. So, trying to talk at the same time as I'm playing the piano is going to be very difficult. So I'm going to have to keep the notes at a minimum. But I think this is going to be very fun. Because we're using therapy, which is music, with a little mix of some really good mental health necessities. So you may not always have it right. You may be trying to figure your life out. You may be in a toxic relationship, wondering why you keep going back. And you ponder, and you think about the love that you could be having. Because you're missing out. Because you haven't yet unleashed that inner demon that's been holding you back. That demon doesn't want you anymore. It wants someone else. It wants something else. It doesn't belong inside of you, so you need to let it go. It's going to keep you tied down. It's going to keep you... This could be very difficult. Okay? So me playing the piano is a representation of how difficult life can be at times. How difficult it is to navigate relationships. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you don't want. You know what you don't want, so it can actually help you figure out what you do want. But then you think that you got it, but something's off. Then you figure out that something sounds good. Something feels good. And you're like, what was that? You can't necessarily identify what that was. So you go searching again. Then you hit a couple of bad notes. And you try to figure out which one's right. And then you find your way back. So that feels good. Now you can start figuring out more. So now you just got in a groove of things. Very fun. You know, you get yourself a nice cup of coffee because you don't drink alcohol anymore because alcohol is not good for you, especially you in particular. So here you are drinking your Turkish coffee in your lovely cup, but you just spilled some on yourself, and you're still trying to figure out, what do I need to do? So you go with what you know. And what you know can help you find something new. So what I know is those keys. So that just helped me find this. So those are the keys I was looking for. And now we complete our song. Yeah, there we go. Can we remember what we just did? I don't know. This is how you need to bring in the new year. Determined. Uncertain. Something isn't right. Wait. Stop again. But before we get frustrated and give up, we're gonna figure this out. We're getting there. Okay, so there's something that's off here. This is a process of trying to figure life out and also trying to figure out how to get the sound to how you want it to be. Because it's really about how it makes you feel. And when I play the piano, I try to figure out what resonates with me. So what I was just playing there, it was resonating, but there was one note off. And that's kind of how life can be sometimes. Life can be like, you know, you got things that's going good, and then it's like there's a couple of things that if you just took them out, it would just make it a lot better. Whether it be toxic relationships or addictions to like smoking, drinking, illicit drugs, stuff like that. Like there's things that if you took it out, it would just take you to the whole next level. So it's like, for me, my piano playing is a good representation of how I go through life. You know, like you're kind of trying to figure out, you know what I mean? Because you have to figure out what's good for you. And it's not always about what this person said. They can give you recommendations of what works for them, but you have to figure out what works for you. And it's a very frustrating process, but it's a very humbling and healing process. So if you can figure that out, you know, it may take some time, but you have to have patience with yourself. And you can't give up, because you have to have patience. And it is very easy. It's easier said than done, because we live in a type of world where it's like instant gratification all the time. But at the end of the day, if we really want to be happy, we have to find what makes us happy. which is such a broad thing. But if you know what doesn't make you happy or what causes you trouble, that can like kind of help you cross off some things. So for me, even though I liked to dream, it wasn't good for me. So I had to cross out the list. I liked being in relationships, but I didn't like being in toxic relationships that were situationships, you know, not actually relating to each other. We're just like, we weren't complimenting each other. We were just with each other because it was convenient, you know, because sometimes it's hard, it's difficult finding new people, yes, but you ever been with somebody and you're like, I don't know if I'll ever find anyone better, and you realize that there is someone better out there? Not trying to down them, but there's a better person out there for you. So don't beat yourself up for going through these different relationships that aren't necessarily good for you, because each one should be a learning experience. Each one should show you what you don't like, what you shouldn't do, what you need to work on. So if you look back at your patterns, this is a really good time for reflecting, because we're going into the new year. We really want to start new things. We want to get rid of some of these bad habits, and we want to start new things. A lot of people are on that wave now, you know, and in 2021, you know, we definitely have that chance to do that. It was a very difficult year for a lot of people, and it's really time to start living and stop just existing, and to stop just doing things because what other people do, you know, because you can get paid for entertaining people with things that will destroy their minds, and you could be happy off that money. Or you can do things that will help you, and by helping yourself, you're helping other people at the same time, which is what I'm trying to do. So by going through this process, I'm going to be able to show the uncut, true, realistic way of kind of navigating things, overcoming things, self-help, getting over toxic relationships, starting better habits, you know. Whatever we can do, we're gonna do it. And as long as you join this journey with me, I will be glad to show you some new things and inspire you to do the same thing that I'm gonna be doing, which is living, not existing, living, and moving more towards